All right, let's get started. Welcome everyone. How's everyone going? And Nocturnal, how are you? We've got Socks here. There she is, causing trouble like always. We're gonna jump back on to unit testing the GDPR. So I'm almost done with it. You're okay? Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, I can't complain today. Yeah, need a holiday. So, all right, let's get back into it. All right, I'm just gonna close all the windows. I just need to clear my mind, close all tabs. We're minimizing everything, not expanding, no. All right, cool. All right, so GDPR wizard. We just want to continue with the unit testing. Not too hard. Yeah, also I want to check out one thing. All right, I'm still only outputting 25 kilobytes per second. I should be getting a little bit higher than that now. Let's go into NearBeach. We want to go into the tests. We've got the GDPR wizard. And in here, so I've done the users, I've done the customers, so I did that yesterday. We're now on the organizations. So the good thing is the organizations is mostly simple. However, there's a cascade effect in here. So what I mean is, if we have all right, let's say we've got a project, and let's say it's a project 3, and we've got a customer 2. Making sure, yep, all right, sweet. So project 3, not customer, sorry, we're talking about organizations. Organization. Socks, can you, sorry, I'm trying to work. Thank you. So we've got an organization 2. Essentially that's been assigned the project 3, and then let's say we've got a sprint 5. I'm just making up these numbers. All right. So, Project 3 has Organization 2 assigned to it, and the Sprint 5 is built from the Organization 2. If we delete Organization 2, it'll delete the Project 3 and delete the Sprint. And you're getting some treats. So, we have that cascade effect. I didn't want to solve it last night. I was like, this is great for the stream. We'll find out which tables are affected by it, because we've got data in every single table. We've got sprints everywhere, so yeah, I think we can solve it very easily. I am just gonna move the camera first. There we go. Ooh, Socks, be careful. We nearly ran into the camera then. Oops, no, camera doesn't want to do that. No. All right, in your bed. You know what's happening. In your bed. No. Oh, wrong one. Oh, we're in an ad break anyway. Oh, sorry. There you go. In your bed. For those on YouTube, you run ads every half an hour. On Twitch, that's just to stop the pre-rolled ads, because pre-rolled ads suck. We tend to just have this screen up. And sometimes you'll see my cat in your bed. You get in and then you jump out. In your bed. In your bed. There we go. So yeah, hopefully everyone's well. I just realized I've got some gunk on my lens. I know exactly when I did that, when I decided to move the camera and touch the lens. So yeah, and welcome back everyone. Are you gonna stay in the bed or jump around? All right, that's a bit better. Let's get back into it. So, and I just realized, oh yeah, there I go, I've got the terminal there. I'm gonna open up my source VM bin activate. I'm just gonna clear that. So at the moment, the tests will run perfectly fine. That's because I've commented out this bit of line. The idea being, oops, can I get to my mouse? No, there's no more treats. I didn't spill any. In your bed. You getting in your bed? No, I don't. Thank you. Thank you. She's licking my hand. So if I undo this, what this is doing is it's going through, oh, that's the setup initial. It's going through every single table and making sure that the counts are matching what we've set up here. Now in this one, we're ignoring any table, any table that has organization ID in it. We're making sure that we filter out that. Oh, we've got that for Sprint 2. There it is. We're filtering out that one organization. And TLS, sorry, Dev. How are you? Hopefully you're going well. Welcome, welcome, and welcome back. Okay, so if we run this test and we go Python 3, I've got to move my hand, Socks is not going to be happy, run those tests, it's going to fail because there are a bunch of tables in there that have had data removed due to this cascade of a deletion, which is fine. This is what we want. We just got to find those tables and essentially exclude them from the results. And Socks is, I don't know if you guys can see that, but Socks is licking the mouse. I don't know why you do that, Socks. She's like, it's tasty. It's like, ugh, it's made my hands sweat all day. That sucks. All right, so we've got quite a lot of errors. One would be in user job. So what we'll need to do is have a look at the user job and be like, all right, what was removed from this? It might be the case that we probably need to actually do these particular tables in a new sort of method, like a separate count and stuff like that. Or recount after the fact, which will be fine. You're good? Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, I can't complain. Can't complain at all. I am going to change the camera so everyone can see so it's not an empty bed. All right, there we go. And if I move it forward, I can aim it down at Socks. Did I get it? Let me have a look. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. All right, so user job makes sense because you would assign yourself some projects and tasks, and those projects and tasks would essentially have the organization that we're deleting assigned to it. So that makes sense. Same with the sprint object assignment. So we'll have to go through and do that one. Same with the requirement. Public link, object notes makes sense because the object notes would be connected to, let's say, an object that is assigned to those particular organizations. So yeah, we'll need to go through, and so will folder, so will documentation. So we'll need to actually write in something for documentation. I will need to remember what we would do that. That's pretty easy to do, and it's something we should also put into our unit tests, into our fixtures for more testing. So yeah, shouldn't be too hard. Oh yeah, there you go, document permission. That failed already. All right, cool, so we've actually done that. All right. So these are mostly sub-objects, excluding the sprints, which is its own sort of special case, and same with the user jobs. That's actually a special case. So I'm going to need a list of objects that we assign stuff to. I'm just going to hit the debug mode. Are you going to run away, or what are you doing, Socks? You're just checking for Patty. All right, he's not around. All right, so a Kanban board we don't assign to an organization. The idea being here is these are flexible. These aren't limited to a single organization. Same with requirements will be, so will requirement items, or requirement items are actually a sub-object of this. So we'll need to create the exclusions for requirements, definitely projects and tasks. Sorry, just give me 2 seconds. No. So definitely project, requirement, tasks. Organization and customers are pretty easy to do. Requests for changes are never assigned to an organization because we've got to be flexible with them. And we tend to actually have stakeholders, as in you write down who it is. All right, so those are going to be our exclusionary setups. So we kind of want to I'm going to call this set up exclusion objects. And what we're going to do is we're going to have up here requirements exclude. That's just going to be empty at the moment. That's perfectly fine. Requirement items exclude, because we'll also need to exclude those two. We'll also need projects exclude and tasks exclude. And that's pretty much it. Then set up the exclusions. This is going to be very, very, very simple. What we're going to do is we're going to go self.requirements exclude equals requirements, not request, .objects, .filter. We don't need to filter for anything that is deleted. We're just filtering for organization ID equals, and I think we set it as 10. Yeah, it's just 10. I'll add those objects in a minute. We'll just, this one won't have organization ID. This will be where the requirement ID in requirements exclude dot values, and then we've just got the requirement IDs. So yeah, that's pretty easy. Are you trying to jump down? Okay, up here we'll need to import all of our stuff. All right, I'll let you down slowly. There we go. Oh, we've got something set up here already. All right, I'll do that with the camera. And because I know we're doing multiple of these, I just like to do this. So those are the 4 objects that we're going to sort of figure out how we're going to exclude them. So in here, we just do that, and then we go self dot projects exclude project filter, and then once again organization ID like that. Self dot task exclude task filter organization ID is just something like that. Easy done. We can call this straight away up here. So we can go self dot setup exclusionary objects. That is fine. It's best that we do run that beforehand. Yeah, done. Easy. We could potentially just put dot values and have all the IDs in here. I think that makes sense. Like so. That way we also don't need to do that. This will be values.project ID. This will be task ID. So this just sets up a bunch of IDs that we're like, all right, cool. We know these are going to get deleted through the cascade deletion. All right, let's exclude these from when we do our counts. So that's the after checking. Set up baseline. Now I like things in alphabetical order. That's why I'm doing this. It makes it easier for me to find stuff. All right, cool. So now in here, we're going to have a bunch of different conditions. So we'll have requirement ID. I'm just doing this quickly. Requirement item ID. This will be project ID. This will be task ID. And then what we want to do is, depending if any of these conditions meet, we're just going to exclude them. Easy peasy. That's going to happen in here. So the first one is the organization ID. Makes sense. We're going to exclude that organization. I then can... Oh, this table is an exception. This rule is an exception. No, we can actually now get rid of that, because we'll actually find that data through this method. So if we go if condition 2, it's just going to be results equals results dot exclude, and then we just go requirement ID under in equals, and then self dot requirements exclude, and that's it. Bunch of if statements. This could probably be done better, but in this sort of case, I'm like, let's go with readability and also the fact that I just want to get this done just done. All right, results equals results dot exclude. This will be requirement item ID in self requirement items exclude. Wow, that actually picked that up. That's quite cool. Condition 4, results equals results dot exclude. Let's see if it picks up this one. No, it doesn't. This one's the project ID in self.projects.exclude. And then if condition 5, results equals results.exclude. This will be task ID in the tasks exclude. Yeah, all right. I'm happy that I thought of this method. Because the other method I thought of was going to be messy. I was going to have to recalculate all of these. But I think that's fine. All right, let's see if we break stuff. Let's rerun the tests. I'm going to get rid of those warnings eventually. I'll figure out what is causing those warnings and to see if I could be like, all right, cool, don't bother with those warnings. I understand why they're there. Essentially what's actually happening is due to pagination, it's saying, hey, you might not get consistencies, especially if you're modifying data and stuff like that. Yeah, I understand why it's there. It's a good warning. Yeah, I just have to figure it out. It might be, yeah, I don't know what to do yet. So yeah. All right, so kind of failed still. So 5 does not equal 6, 0 does not equal... Oh, all right. Guess we're gonna have to go data digging. Not a problem. So I'm just gonna remove the database. I want fresh data in there. Not to worry, we are actually going to load up our fixture. So I'm doing Python 3 manage migrate to create the database or recreate it. And then we're going to do Python 3 manage load data, and we're loading in a fixture, which is our GDPR fixture. That takes a second or two. Cool, done. Now, going into the back end. I'm still logged in. All right, sweet. We actually don't want the back end. Sorry, we actually want data grip. All right, I'm gonna lay this out better one day. So it is saying our user, hang on, I'm just gonna move data grip over here. It is saying our, if I scroll up, we're gonna go from the bottom up, user job does not work. So if we go select everything from near, I'm just typing in user job, because it'll fill out all of that. I'm just gonna go play. In here, we've got a user job ID, date created, date modified, whether it's deleted, the change user ID, Kanban card, project, task, username. All right, so we've got 6 in here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to purposely delete something, and we're going to select this again. So delete from, and this will be organization. So NearBeach organization, where organization ID equals 10. We're going to do that. So we're going to execute that one first. Then we're just going to comment it out because we don't need it anymore. And then we're going to reload this, and we've got 6 in here. Still. Am I doing a filter somewhere else to exclude this? Or does the cascades not reach this level? I don't know, and we will find out. Okay, so going in here, we've got the date creation, date modified, date of job. Now we're going to update the date of the job. Are these all the... they've slightly different. Oh, all right. Okay, not a problem. Not a problem. So update user job, set job date equals, and we're just going to go 2025. We're still in the 9th month, and we're going to do the 17th day. Let's do the 18th day, where job date equals 2025-09-03. So that will update those to tomorrow. Easy done. That should just run without any hissy fit. We're going to up these by 1, and we're just going to run it again. And I'm going to up it by 1 again. And I think that's all our dates done. All right, cool. They're all on a good day. So we've got change user 1. So I should be able to go from here into my planner. There's our data. I don't have the ability to click from here into the stuff. Damn it. All right, I'm gonna do something like this. You guys don't need to see all of that, so I'm just going to do something like that. We are going to open up this. We're going to go localhost. We are going to find an object. We're going to include all of that, and we're going to go every other strategy. All right, so we're clicking on this. This one doesn't get deleted. All right, cool. I'm happy with that. And then we've got project 4. This one that doesn't get deleted. We've got project 7. This one didn't get deleted. We've got project 5. That one got deleted. All right, let's have a look at the database. So it's this project ID. Let's have a look at the model. So I'm just going to jump over here. We're going to go source. It's going to be vbin activate, easy done. We're going to go Python 3 manage straight into a shell. We are going to from NearBeach models import everything. What we're going to do, A equals user group, sorry, not user, it's user job dot objects dot all. I'm just grabbing everything. So we've got everything in here. If we actually apply a filter, and what I want to filter for is this one row, we are actually going to go, all right, we want the user job ID is 3. So if we go A now and we go project ID, there's no attribute project ID. Oh, hang on. Sorry, this is my bad. It's a query set. We've got to do something like that. Okay, project ID does exist. I don't know why. Oh, I think I know why. Are these not foreign keys? Did I not set this up? All right, let's go into our models. Let's go and find our user job. So we're scrolling down. No, they are a foreign key. And on delete models use. So that should have deleted it. Weird. All right. Because yeah, if we go to project, oops, sorry, I'm used to different set of shortcuts. Yeah, we've got the on delete models cascade, and that will pass through, and that passes all the way up, and we're fine with that. Ooh. Oh, that's like the weirdest thing. Because yeah, in the project models foreign key, blank is on delete models cascade. And we've got that for everything. And now I'm wondering what happens if we delete a task or something like that. Will that also cascade? Is this table just not because the last thing I want to do to force this to actually happen is actually write a thing being like, oh, by the way, if you're a part of this project, you've got to disappear now. That is not ideal at all. Is it because it's a secondary cascade? All right. SQL secondary cascade deletes refers to a scenario where a delete operation on a parent table triggers a cascade delete on its child table, and then deletion in the child table in turn triggers another cascade delete in the grandchild table or any further dependent table. This creates a chain of deletions across multiple related tables. Yeah, so how it works, yep, so on delete cascade, on delete cascade, this calls the instruction SQLite that within a row parent table is deleted. Any corresponding rows referring to the child table should automatically be deleted. Change cascades. The child table also acts as the parent table to another table, a grandchild table, and we're on ads. All right. For those on YouTube, yeah, we run ads every half an hour. On Twitch, soft pre-rolled ads. We tend to just do this so no one misses out on any content. But yeah, I thought the cascade would go down completely. I don't know why it's not doing it on that one particular table. And the other thing is now we've probably got to set up a MySQL database or something like that to test this further. Yeah. Because the last thing... Because yeah, it should be cascading. I'm gonna have to read some docs. We'll find out why. We also need to sort of make sure this will work on other different databases too. So for example, MySQL, MariaDB, Postgres, and so forth like that. And we want a consistent sort of result over all of them. So yeah, it's sore. All right, welcome back everyone. So we were reading this sort of stuff. Chaining cascades of a child table acts as a parent table on another table. Also, as a foreign key constraint on the on delete referencing, then the deleted rows in the child table will further trigger. All right, it should be doing that. Models cascade. Just making sure I haven't spell it wrong. So there we go. I did spell it right. And yeah, it is foreign key. Change user, project ID. Yeah, we've got it there. Yeah, this is the weirdest. Related rows. Oh, hang on. Project 5. Hang on. Does it still exist? Custom information 5. We had an issue getting customer list. Oh, something's gone wrong here. All right, let's have a look at the back end. So we're going localhost admin. We're going project. We're just clicking on a random one. And we're just changing the ID to 5. So when we delete an organization, this should delete also, but it hasn't. All right. Let's go back to project. Organization on delete cascade. Cool. Don't say it was that. Probably was. Let's actually have a look. Python 3, manage, make migrations. No changes detected. All right, not a problem. We're going to remove the database and re-implement it. So we are removing the database like that. Easy done. Python 3 manage migrate. That will create the database, and then we'll fill it again with our fixtures. So we're going to go to Python 3 manage load data NearBeach fixtures NearBeach jar. Right. Now, what I want to do, so I want to test this first. So I'm just going to close this. We know it's number 3. That should be deleted. I'm going to actually delete those because we no longer need them. We're going to undo all of this. We're going to hit run for that one. Easy done. And then we're going to hit run for that one. And 3's still there. All right, I'm just going to go select everything from organization where organization ID equals 10. It's deleted. All right. NearBeach project where the organization equals 10. Yeah, you're right, Socks. It didn't delete any of this. We have had an issue, which we haven't really noticed because A, we're trying to encourage people not to actually delete stuff from the system. The idea being is you soft delete it. The only time you want to actually properly delete it is through a GDPR request. And welcome, David. How are you? Hopefully you're going well. I am terrible with acronyms. I don't know what WSG stands for. Okay. These. There's only 12. And that's not correct. Oh, that's project ID. Whoops. Oh yeah, project ID. That's not correct. Where's the organization ID in here? What the hell? I'm in NearBeach project. Let's just refresh the database. Yeah, it's saying that is... Alright, I'm just disconnecting. Reconnecting. I am just going to close that session. I'm also going to refresh everything. I'm just going to do another query console. I'm just going to be like this. We want NearBeach project where organization ID equals 10. Still coming up with 190. I'm just going to close this. I'm going to go back to B Studio. I'm going to open up this. We want project. We're going to actually write a query. Oops, not take a screenshot. So select, oops, can I spell? No. Select everything from NearBeach project where organization ID equals 10. It still says, hang on. I'm just gonna stop this. I'm gonna start this again. Gonna refresh this. Did I not delete number 10? Is that it? This whole time I just haven't deleted it. All right, bit silly. Okay, what we want to do is delete from NearBeach organization where organization ID equals 10. All right, cool. So I made a mistake. Oh, there was a problem. Foreign key constraint fail. All right, let's comment that out. Let's go select everything from NearBeach organization. Well, organization ID equals 10. Easy done. We're just gonna hit run. It's still there. Don't have more data on that. All right, table B has rows. Violate the integrity of your database. All right, you should include on delete cascade in your. I must be missing something like this. All right, let's go through the models. What we're searching for, go from the very, very top. We want model dot foreign key. I forgot how to spell it. On models delete, yep, cascade. Yep, cascade. Yep, cascade. Yep, cascade. Yep, cascade. Yep, cascade. We don't have a cascade here, but I'm not worried about the bug client. Request for change doesn't have a cascade either. All right, we do actually need that in. Oh no, wait, there it is, right in front of me. Sorry. User model on delete, models cascade. On delete, there's got to be a better way to do this. On delete, on delete, on delete, on delete, on delete, on delete, on delete. No, on delete. On delete. On delete. On delete. More on delete. Yep, on delete. On delete. On delete. On delete. On delete. On delete. On delete, on delete, on delete, on delete, on delete, on delete, Jesus. All right, how far am I through, please? I'm not even halfway. Oh God. Oh, delete even more. Holy hell. All right. I know I'm now going to miss it because I've used so many of these. Oh, foreign key. It's got to be a better way. All right, I'm just going to see if we can do this in SQL very, very quickly. So SQLite, list all foreign keys without on delete cascade. All right, so select name. All right, let's shove this in here like that. Let's just copy all of that. We'll just paste that in like that for the moment. We don't need the Django migrations. There's a lot of NearBeach stuff. We won't need any of the non-NearBeach stuff. That's not needed. All right, cool, easy done. So, pragma, foreign key. All right, give me, there's only 15. What I can do, it works. Is there more of NearBeach stuff? Uh-oh. All right. And then it should be that and then that. Could have done this in Excel, but eh. Easy done. Oh, we don't need that one. I don't know what this will look like, but we'll find out in a second. Going to the end. All right. Oh. All right. Didn't do what I wanted. Oh, piss off. All right, let's grab that. Let's just do that. I just want to see what actually happens. Oh, actually, I know. Let's do something where we know we've got a positive. NearBeach. All right, just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to grab this. I'm just going to paste it into here. We're going to type in NearBeach object assignment. Like so. We're going to hit run. On update, on delete, no action. Ooh, why aren't we doing any actions in this? All right, have I mucked up? All right, going in here, object assignment. So that one is on delete models cascade. I'm just going to copy that one line. That's perfectly fine. We're going to go down here, on delete, 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 on delete with we've got that set up. I don't know what's going wrong. Oh, and you guys can't actually properly see this. Sorry, give me a couple of seconds. There we go. We've got this setting as no action, but over in the code itself, we can clearly see the on delete models cascade. All right, let's have a look at NearBeach project. This will have less fields. From that to that, no action. What? What the? That's not correct. If I do something like delete from NearBeach project where project ID equals, let's say 5. Something's gone wrong. Just going to disconnect from that database. Just going to remove all of these. Something has gone wrong. We're back here now. We're just going to remove database SQLite. We're going to stop the server just in case something has happened. We're going to see that we've removed it. Yep. We're going to go Python 3 manage migrate, and we're just doing that. Okay, we're going to have a look at what's going on here. So I'm going to open up a new connection. We're going to select SQLite. If I can find it in the list. We're going to choose the file. So this is under home, sites, NearBeach, and then we've got DB SQLite, and I'm going to connect. Now I'm going to copy this foreign key list. I'm going to create a new query. We're going to paste it in. And we're going to go NearBeach underscore project. And we don't have a cascade in here. Why? This doesn't make much sense. Okay, whilst we're doing that, I'm also going to load in the data. So we're going to go Python 3, load data. We're going to go NearBeach, fixtures, and GDPR. Easy done. It's getting loaded in right now. It'll take a second. We're all happy with it. There it goes. So whilst that's done, I am going to reboot the server. and I'm going to delete something through the GDPR. So in here, we're going to go to the GDPR wizard. We are going to delete number 10. We've got all of this data that will be removed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a couple of these tabs. I'm going to go next. I'm going to go deleting organization. I'm going to submit that. It says it's worked. And I'm going to refresh these. 404, 20, and that. And we should have number 5 gone also. So Django handles the deletions, but it looks like it's not deleting that Django RM press K delete grandchild. Alright, Django RMs handles cascading deletions to grandchildren and further descendants automatically when that is set on foreign key relationships. Yes, we've got that. Defined. Alright, cool. Foreign key fields. So in this sort of case, we've got the parent. Yep, we're all happy. We've got the child. There's the foreign key. Yep, so that will be the projects. All right, the projects are connected to the organizations, which will be the parent, and then the grandchild will be the user jobs, which that will be connected to the project. And yeah, I just dropped a pen, didn't I? So we've done a deletion. Are we getting an error and I'm just not noticing it? No, I don't see any notice. What I can do is I can go back over here. I can go Python 3 manage shell. We can go from NearBeach.models. We're going to import everything. It's fine. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go organization. Objects.filter. We're going to go pk equals 11.delete. NearBeach object assignment. Two to one. NearBeach customer 5. Ooh, NearBeach customer 5 is still around. No, not 59. 5, thank you very much. Oh, this is connected to 17. All right, not a problem. Organization information 11 doesn't exist anymore. Oh, and we've just hit another ad break. All right, cool. Hopefully everyone's going well. For those on YouTube, we run ads every half an hour. That's just because Twitch has pre-rolled ads. They suck. We tend to do this so no one misses out on any content. Don't worry, you don't get ads, or you should be. All right, hopefully everyone's going well tonight. This is a doozy. I think, honestly, I've missed a foreign key deletion somewhere, and that's just having this sort of cascade effect. So it's getting the vast majority of the data done, and then it's hitting this. So yeah, we'll check all of those particular tables that delete statement has just showed me. It shouldn't take too long to do. All right. This flicking the pen. Yeah, that's... So I'm still in my head going, but why didn't Django just tell the database to apply on delete cascade? I mean, it could be a number of reasons why. I'm not sure. Like, it could be because they just don't do that for SQLite, but they might do for Postgres or something like that. Yeah. Because I have actually deleted something in the database once to prove something, but I forgot if it was an SQLite database or a MySQL database, and it did have that cascade effect. I showed it to people being like, this is why we're implementing soft deletes. This is what we've got to actually do. So, object assignment, let's have a look at document permission first. We're going to go through all the models. Document permission. We have document key, foreign key, on delete cascade, 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 foreign key, delete on cascade. I know I'm sounding like a broken record. Foreign key, models cascade, foreign key, on delete cascade, on delete cascade. Foreign key, on delete cascade, boolean date, foreign key, delete cascade. All right, so it's not that one. Object note. Foreign key, cascade, foreign cask, not that one. Public link. Boolean, foreign key, cas. Oh, we do have a lowercase thing there. That could be it, and I probably need to go through the whole entire system and fix that up. Because, yeah, it probably wants it in the capitals like that. But they're all cascade now. Everything should be fine. You know, I don't know why that's... That's fine. All right, let's go to the top. Let's double check for these. It won't take me too long to sort of find them. Bit of a boring thing, but we've got to make sure this all works. That should also be a capital D. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's something as small as this causing the issue. Being like, oh, I don't know where to go from here. So, yeah. right. Am I pass? I'm just passing halfway. Sweet. A lot of this would have come from the old database, which still haunts me to this day. We are going to probably rewrite a lot of this, and by rewrite I mean go through, cull out everything we don't need anymore. Yeah, for the 32 thing, we're going to rename a lot of the fields. We're just neatening up everything and yeah, making it very generic. That way we could use, let's say, a subclass to build all of this, which will be pretty awesome. All right. Having a look at all of those. All right. Let's do. Alright, we're at the bottom. Let's open up a new tab. We'll go source, vben, go Python 3, manage, make migrations. In case it wants to make any migrations, no changes detected. Alright, I'm going to re-import stuff. I'm going to delete the next one. But I don't know if that's because of that issue. Yeah, not sure. All right. What's that? Class setting types. Yeah, those are there. Oh, hang on. Character field, choices, alert setting types, all of those. I'm gonna have to double check that. And it's definitely coming up with a warning. We're gonna minimize this for the moment, just so I've got access to the full screen. Yeah, I think. Trying to remember how we set that up. It's been a while since I've set that up. All right, no problem. Let's continue going up. Yeah, enum. All right, cool. Yeah, it's just there. All right, I'm just gonna double check this because it's gonna drive me nuts. Django models. Let's go character field with choices. So in here, what we want to do. We've got something like that. Year in school choices, all of those, sweet. Character field, choices equals get. Otherwise, it's year in school choices. Choices equals under and then, okay. But then we've had to do it like that. Audio vinyl, yeah, we're doing it like that. So we've got a class and a class. So class, and then we set everything up like, so we've got like the requirement, and so forth like that. So if we go into here, we've got the freshman equals FR, and then something like that. Easy done. And then down in here, the choices. We don't need the dot choices. All right, no, that's a mistake I've picked up somewhere. But then, expected type iterable. Models.text choices, setting type. Yeah, we've all got that. And then it complains anyway. All right, hang on. I'm jumping into the admin. Let's get to the bottom of that. That's the user settings. User profile picture doesn't have it. User job doesn't have it. User group doesn't have it. Oh, tasks does for task priority. So if we go into task, let's just edit one of these. Task priority. Yeah, that's working how it is meant to. Add task. Task priority, normal, yep. Cool, can I ignore that? No, it's gonna throw up a problem. All right, not a problem. Let's get to the bottom of this cascade thing. And we might need to recreate the table. We might need to stop the database and do all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, that's just set up how they wanted it to. And then they're like, no, you got to use dot choices. All right, let's stop this. Let's go back over here. Let's exit out of this. Let's go over here. Let's go remove database SQLite. Easy done. Python 3 manage migrate. And I'm just doing this in one line. Python 3 manage load data. We are going to load the GDPR wizard setup, and that's just going to go all the way through like so. Eventually. All right, easy done. What I got to do is I'm going to close this database. And we're going to reconnect. I'm going to press a lot of wrong buttons then and bring up something else. So over here, what we want to do is we're jumping back into the shell. Easy done. I'm going to go from NearBeach.models, import everything. That's perfectly fine. Organization.objects.filter. We're going for pk equals 10. We're just going to go delete. So I think these are the things that it just could not delete. NearBeach customer 5. All right, let's start the server. All right, customer information number 5, not 59. Number 5, yeah, this doesn't connect to 17. I don't know why. This is outputted unless I've got the commands wrong. That could also be another thing. I could have easily gotten the command wrong. So delete or a delete. You do many queries, Django asynchronous that it might get such get or delete. All right. Give me the command, the proper command. All.delete. Note that delete is only on query set method that is not exposed to the manager itself. All right, so the delete. This is a safety mechanism to prevent you from accidentally requesting entry.objects.delete. All right, so. And it's going to be, how are you going? Hopefully you're going well. Yeah. One of your family names? Gross. Alright, so. Am I doing something wrong here? Possibly. To do what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to go a equals organization.objects.get pk equals 11 a.delete. We get some different issues now. But that should have, that's what we got down here. Blog save. Oh, sorry, open for good. NearBeach.project12. Sad thing is, I just don't know what these numbers mean. Yeah, I don't even know what object assignment 221 is. I don't know what that 738 could mean. And why it's not cascading all the way down. All right. Django, RM, find out for keys delete option. All right, I'm probably going to have to do this using Python. What I want to do is I want to filter for everything. And I only know how to do half of it. It's just... I didn't want this pain tonight. Okay. So, with the top one, we know that the user job 1. let's have a look at user job 1. So it's not assigned to task, it's not assigned to Kanban. It is assigned to project. And that project does its I just don't know where this is getting these numbers from. Unless it's saying, it's probably one of them in there, it can't be deleted. Alright, now I'm getting this. And now it's also saying, other ones. Oh, sucks, you are on the keyboard. Okay, so you can't do object assignment. Yes, socks, meow. You're like, no. Okay. Let's look at tasks. So let's go b equals task.objects.filter. We're going to go organization ID is null equals true. Oh. Now I'm going to find a task that doesn't actually exist. Damn it. Saying that there's 19. Actually, no, we know the ID. We'll go 10. All right. Let's jump into SQL. Select everything from NearBeach task. I'm just doing that. I'm just going to hit run. As you see, we've got everything in here. We'll have the organization ID somewhere over here. There it is. Where organization ID equals, let's say, an empty string. No such colon. This should be a string literal with quote. Yeah, oops, sorry, not double quotes, single quotes. Easy done. No results. All right, cool. Let's do a 10. Cool, no results. 11 that we deleted. So it looks like it deleted this. It just didn't follow through with everything. This is just so confusing. What is broken? I mean, I'm absolutely confused. All right. I'm just going to close all tabs for the moment. We're actually going to do some research. I was hoping to have this done by now. I was hoping to jump onto some more bug fixing because there's some other bug in there that I want to fix so I can do a push tonight. But yeah, I don't know why this is doing this. So Django RM delete is not deleting all cascade objects. It sends me back an object instead. When using method, relationships in Django are designed to automatically delete. Incorrect on delete settings ensure that the delete models cascade is set correctly on the foreign keys. I know I'm trying to, but do you know how many freaking foreign key things I've got in here? All right, so Django not cascading on delete. All right, in Django, there's an onDelete parameter, which onDelete. All right, cool. OnDelete model set get sentient user. Yep. All right. All right. Whoops. Socks. Careful. You've already had treats tonight. Yes. Yes. You had to ask chat for more treats. Okay. And there they are. You can ask them now. You can ask them. Yeah. Oh wait, you didn't get to see him meow. All right. Okay, how can I do this programmatically? I know there's a way for me to get every single table, then loop through it, and then print that table. So we could potentially try and do something like that. Oops, I was meant to do that. So we actually have that command in here. It is this one here, but we've got to import something, and I keep forgetting what it is. It's Django apps. So from Django apps, import app. From Django.apps, import apps. All right, easy done. What we want to do is for table in, we're going to paste that in, and then in here what we can do is if we just put in table, it'll come out like that. And then what I kind of want to do is filter what is it? It's args or var. It's vars. All right, sweet. So we've got here, got a bunch of things in here. And what I'm trying to do is figure out something similar to this. For example, we should have something like that. Pretty easy. And then what I can do is then, if I can get the fields in there, I can loop through every single one that's potentially a foreign key, display its settings. Anyway, we've hit another ad break. I can't believe half an hour has just gone by. So yeah, you get to see socks. Holy hell, this is a doozy of a one. How to get all fields from the table. Underscore meta fields. All right. That's how we do it. I don't know if there's a Anyway, we are getting there. All right, welcome back everyone. All right, we are doing it in steps. So with this, what we can do is we can get all the fields. And there's all our fields. Now we just need to filter for those particular fields that are foreign keys. So what we want to do is do something like this, where we have a secondary for loop for fields in table fields, and then we would print out the fields, something like that, and we're like, all right, cool. And now we just need the type, and then I think the type will be dot_meta.type. No, there's no _meta.type. No problem. We're going back over here. We've got the get field. We need the field type. How to get the field type string from the Django DB. And all right, cool. We'll just open up that. We'll have a quick little gander. No, we've got the field get internal type. All right, let's try that out. So we'll delete this. 1, 2, 3. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Let's paste it in. We know it's a function. Boom. All right. So we want to see if it's a foreign key. And then we need the attribute. So Django RM field attributes. Okay, so I'm going to copy this because I'm gonna get really pissed off if I have a spelling mistake. All right, equals, and then the foreign key. This is I forgot the if. Fields. All right. Yada yada yada. Get attribute instant field dot name. Meta is private, but it's relatively stable. If it's a tough and smooth, the underscore might happen into that. All right, cool. No, not what I want. Which is explained here. Does not call the method, just refers to the method. All right, cool. All right, sorry. And she runs back every single time whenever I do that. And then what I want is Django RM field get field setting. Not get all fields, how to get the values of a certain field, how to get set field. Get properties. not the value. We don't want to get the value. Okay. Get on delete property. All right, so we set it up, we get the fields, we get the field author. That's not working for us. So we'll be down here. So if I remove that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, no, that's bad. 1, 2, 3. There we go. There we go. There we go. So we've got the fields. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yep, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is deleted. Delete. Oh, on delete, I should say. Did I probably did is deleted before. Foreign key object has no attribute on delete. All right, cool. I'm just gonna copy that. Actually, one thing. Get attribute fields. Oh, on delete. Get attributes not defined. No, I've screwed that up again. I think it's just get ATT. Yeah, all right, cool. What I'm also going to do is just going to delete all that. I'm going to go test equals fields. So the last one is test. There we go. Now I don't need to do all of those steps again and again and again and again and again. However, I am going to actually copy this and I am going to put it in my code. In the test itself, I'm just going to put in a little section down here. We're just going to put it in here. We'll leave it there. It doesn't need to be perfect. So we've got this. We've got our lovely test. So if I go on delete, nothing. If I go bars test, we've got a lot of stuff in here. So we've got okay, cool. We've got username, a verbose name, username, none. I'm going to see. No, this won't be. This can't be prettified using JSON prettify because it is Python. All right, so related name, related query name, limit choices to username, verbose name, primary key, length, unique, blank, remote field is relational, default, not provided, editable, serialize, unique for date, unique for month, unique for year, choices, help text, database, index, database comment, database table space, auto created, creation counter, validated, error message, from fields to fields, swappable, database constraint, at name, column, concrete model, ops, related model. So we don't have anything in here. And Ode, how are you going? Hopefully you're going well. I don't see an option in this. This is annoying. All right. Username, primary key, to do remote field. I don't even know what table it is for this particular field. Related model. Oh, this is for the users table. All right, let's jump back in over here with the models. Let's nothing for that. Okay. From fields to fields. Right, how's it going? I don't know if I'm missing a on delete cascade problem and stuff like that. And Jack, how are you going? Hopefully you're going well. So, yes. I am trying to essentially get every single field that's a foreign key within this and actually do it programmatically, just because I'm struggling finding it. And what I could do, test2 equals fields break I think I've broken that. All right, no I didn't. All right, test2. Let's go vars, test2. There's all our variables in here. I don't see a on delete in here whatsoever. Lizard blind. So yes. User settings. Actually, let's do this again. Test2 equals fields break and break. I've mucked that up. One, two, three, four. Break out of here, and break out of here, And then that should give us test 2. That's on a different foreign key still. All right. Ooh. Another thing I can actually do is I can go single table equals that. Single table equals single table, and then take the first one. Ooh. All right, maybe I can't do that. All right, let's do that. And then single table equals table, and then we break. And then single table should equals NearBeach to extended auth table. Yeah, possibly. On delete cascade. So we've got the change user in there. So if we go single table get field, it should be, yeah, change user. Oh, how are we getting the fields again? Oh, hang on, it's on with this one. Yeah, but someone else did state that there is a better way of doing that. Essentially loop through every single table in NearBeach, find all the foreign keys and double check that the on delete models.cascade is set. That's what I'm trying to do. Essentially we're having a cascade issue where data isn't being deleted when we're deleting it. That cascade just doesn't occur all the way down when it should be. So, for example, let's say you have an organization, you create a project under that organization, and then in the user job table, you assign that job to you to do on, let's say, tomorrow. If you delete that organization, it should follow through with deleting the project, and then another follow through into the user job. For the user job one, yeah, they are, but I think what's happening is there is a field out there that isn't. So it's hitting this and being like, nah, can't do it, and walking away. It's just that I can't find it. Yeah, and what I want to do is loop through I can loop through every single table in NearBeach, followed by looping through each of the fields, and I can get the foreign key fields from those, but I just can't see what the attribute is set to. Yeah, there's a lot, and I was doing it before and I was just losing track of everything. So that's why I was hoping to do it programmatically. And in SQLite, it just says there's no connections, and it's all for some strange reason set on the database, which is weird. So if we've got in here, yeah, it is a good one. It is a really good one. For field in single table dot meta dot fields, and then it should be the last field, so I don't think I need. Oh, hang on. I scrolled all the way down to the bottom again. Should be the last field, but we can just check that by going field in here and seeing that it is the last field. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go test equals field, and then we got our, I've mocked that up. Test equals field, enter, there we go, and then we do our test. There's our thing. If you go vars test, I don't see a, we've got an is related. I don't see an attribute for on delete in here. Does this particular field does, because if we go back to this setup, we can actually see on delete. So we've got related name, we've got the related query, we've got all of that sort of stuff there, but I just don't see on delete. So if I go test._related name, there we go. If I go on delete, nothing. Test.onDelete, nothing. Vars test. It's a bit of a doozy, this one, because I know if I can do this, I can check everything very, very quickly and be like, all right, cool, done. Because it's going to take me hours the other way. All right, let's see what tricks. How to check a Django foreign key field if it has a no delete. It's probably stored as signal instead of on the field. Oh. Oh, cough, mouse. Sorry, excuse my French. Right. I might have won this one. Oh, Scotty B with a 99.04. That's pretty awesome. Take that, Nightbot. All right. Yep. We're going to go through. Now, I was just hoping for a script to do this very, very quickly. But even then, that's probably going to take me a couple of hours just finding out how to do it. All right, so I'm going to say Django foreign key signals. Okay, models alert. Models on delete behavior. Remember that foreign key fields have on delete parameter. Yep. All right. Let's actually I've just had a weird and wacky idea. So we're going to go Django DB models and all that kind of stuff. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I was going to copy that. I'm just going to paste it over here. The reason being is so I can reference it because I just have a terrible memory at the moment. So we want to go into our Django. We want to go into our DB models, fields, related, foreign key, there we go. So there's our class. Many, all that kind of stuff. Descriptions. We've got our init. Get class items. I'm going to close this. We're going to go and go test under get class items. I probably mucked that up. Yes, I did. Okay. Check. Returns an array. So test.check doesn't have anything in there. That's perfectly fine. Check on delete. We don't have anything. Get attribute, self, remote field, on delete, none. If on delete, all right, else if on delete. Check unique, deconstructed, target field, validate, resolve related fields, get at name, get at column, get default, get db prep save, get db prep value, self target field, get db prep. All right, cool. Get that. Form field, db check, db type parameters. All right, let's check this out. Connection. Oh, all right. All right. I don't know what that's going to be. Get call. I'm going to get default. All right, nothing happened. How am I going? And hey, Aronson, how are you going? I've come across a really big issue where we've got a problem with cascading. So, for example, let's say you've got an organization. For that organization, you create a project, and you decide for that project you're going to assign that job to do tomorrow. So you're making a user job item. Now, if you delete that organization, it's going to delete the project, which in turn deletes that user job item. We've got a problem where it doesn't. And what I'm trying to do is find a quick way where I can search through the thousands of fields of NearBeach to find out where I'm missing my on delete settings. So yeah, great fun. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through it all, and I'm hoping that there is. Yeah, I'm hoping there is a solution to this. Get at name. Change username. All right, yeah, that makes sense. Get attribute column. I'm just going through all of these now, and we've got to change. Yeah, I mean, resolve related field. I don't think that does anything that we're wanting to do. That's fine. We have a remote field. Do we have the is deleted somehow connected to that? Yeah, I'm also very tired. I just don't have the patience at the moment. We've got the check on delete where we've got something like that. So self.remote field. So if we go that and then go remote field, we've got many to one relationship. All right, that's fine. Cool, set null and not self null, return error, otherwise return error. Otherwise, yeah, that seems fine. Check on delete null, check that. That's all fine. That's just a check. Get attribute. I think what would the CLS be? So we got init, and then we got the on delete there, but I don't see how I can access that. Else, on delete, callable, on delete must be callable. Otherwise, self rel class. So we've got to go down to rel class. All right, let's do test.rel class. Many to one relationship has no attribute on delete, but what I could do is vars this and set field, get related field name, used by blah blah blah, yada yada yada. All right, fields with the many to one equals false, yada yada yada. I just think that's all just text. Give me the juicy deets. We've got the init function one to many init. Get state identity, get related field, set field name. I don't think that's what we want it to do. We've got the rel class. Where does... we're just going if... all right, if that is null. All right, I'm not reading this correctly. Otherwise, super rel is rel. And we really don't do anything with... Okay, this is the foreign key on delete equals none. All right, so that's the init. Otherwise, the self on delete equals on delete. And I'm just wondering if I could get down here Identity. Oh, identity is, sorry, it is not callable. All right. But yeah, this should still doesn't have a. We just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. On init, yeah, self on delete. All right, let's go test one. Oh, sorry, test. We've also got test 2. All right. I don't know how to solve this, but we will copy this again, but we're going to set this up so it's nice. All right, we don't need that. What we need though is on delete equals get attribute. We're looking at fields on delete, and if it's default, goes back to none. Easy done. If not on delete is none, we are going to print out the fields itself. I just want to see if this works. I'm expecting it to literally come out with nothing. All right. Exactly. All right, I am going to do something which I don't usually. I do it sometimes, don't do it often, but let's have a look. Just gotta make sure I am. Stay like that. All right, cool. All right, I am using Django. I would like to loop through all the tables, then loop through all the fields within the tables, filter, only look at those that are a foreign key. And Aiden, how are you going? Hopefully you're going well. Hopefully you're feeling relaxed and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you're starting uni soon, aren't you? I now want to go on a holiday. Alright, I'm using Django. I would like to look through all the tables and loop through all the fields within tables. Only look at the foreign keys. I am, trying to determine which foreign keys do not have. I'm trying to see what the on delete attribute is set for these fields under these tables. I tried using to loop through the tables, but this might not be a good result. All right, cool. You're going well. I am in welcome week. Nice. Just vibe coded myself a website portfolio website myself. Fair enough. I have been spending way too long on this problem. I'm at that point where I'm like, screw it, I'm too tired for this. It is nearly 9 o'clock. I didn't think I'll be doing this one task for this long. So we've got a bug. Essentially, let's say you create an organization, you then create a project that is connected to that organization, and then let's say you're like, all right, cool, tomorrow I'm going to work on this task. I'm going to go into my planner and go, all right, cool, add this in. So we've got a user job for this. Now, if you delete the organization, it should delete the project, which in turn should delete the user job, but that's not happening. And what's actually happening is it's deleting some of the data, but it stops at one point, and I just don't know why. And one of the things I think it is because we're missing a delete on delete cascade somewhere. All right, so Django's foreign keys, NearBeach model. I am just going to copy all of this because I'm at that point. I am boogly. Yep, that's working. But that doesn't. Weird. All right, it doesn't like something in here. So what this does is model apps get config, get the models. All right, cool. So it's going through each model, model name equals model name, print the model name, sweet. And then for the fields in the model, .meta.get fields, which is what we did before. We've got that if is instance field foreign key. Ooh, all right, yes. Then fkey name equals field name, fk model equals relative model, on delete equals remote field on delete. I think we were doing that before. Function, cascade. All right, this is going to work. I'm just going to copy it. I'm going to add in this. We're going to copy like that. I was going to mention the delete cascade. Maybe ask Claude, since it seems smarter than ChatGPT with code. Oh, I have not used Claude yet, so yeah. Oh, come on. Hang on, wait a minute. Model bug. Hang on. It's doing it. User settings. All right, hang on. I'm clearly doing something wrong here. I'm gonna compress a lot of this code up like this. I think what's actually happening is the terminal's having a problem with me pasting it like that. Yep, there we go. And there we go. All right, so now we've got on delete cascade. So we can actually do something here. So on delete, so if has attribute else string on delete. All right. There's a lot of cascades in here. All right, what I'm going to do to change this is we are going to do something like, actually, no, I'll need that. And then I'll need to paste that in. But then this will be an on delete equals this, and then if not on delete equals cascade. All right, and then what we want to do is we want to print out these. Like that. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm just going to go over here. We're just going to do that. We're just going to do that. And then, oh, I probably should get rid of this one just to stop the confusion. Actually, I should put it up there. All right, so moment of truth. We've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. I'm puzzled like there's no tomorrow. All right, so I'm just going to print the on delete. Let's see if we get any weird results in this. These are all functions cascades. Oh, do we actually have... a weird bug somewhere? Huh. Okay. Alright. I don't want that. I don't know. All right, I'm going to go pip install. We are going to look at the latest version of Django. So Django let's just go to the home page. I do believe they've got it on the home page itself somewhere. I think it's news. No, all right. PYPI. Flight 26. Oh, whoops. We left that code in there. But, yeah. It still doesn't explain why we're having those cascade issues. Might be one of those things that I need to actually record it down and be like, all right, I need to actually follow this up. Might be one of those things I don't do tonight. Because it is getting late. Yeah, it's just one of those things where the user jobs, yeah, there's one that should be deleted from it. It's just not being deleted. All right. All right, I'm going to exit this one. I'm going to remove the database again. I'm going to migrate the database, just recreating it and stuff like that. Going to set up the fixtures. Going to make sure I'm stopping the database. I'm going to go Python 3 manage shell. And what I'm going to do is from NearBeach.models, import everything. Easy, done. And then we're going to go organization.object.filter. We're going to go pk equals 10. And then we're just going to go delete. Oh, oops, yep, it objects. And then we get this really weird thing afterwards. All right. Where did we put our little, all right, cool. Thank you for this. If onDelete is a function like set to the name gives you a readable name. OnDelete is also a lambda. All right, cool. Thank you for this. All right. It worked. Smiley face. I am trying to find out why the cascades are not occurring. The code above showed me that every field within my NearBeach models that is a foreign. I can't spell at the moment. Key has the on delete set to cascade. However, when I run the following in a shell, organization.objects.filter pk equals 10 .delete, I get the following results. I don't know what these results mean. sad face. And how to find out why they were not deleted. All right, cool. What does the output mean? Total number of objects deleted across all modules. Oh, all right. The directory, a breakdown of how many instances each module was deleted as a result of this. You're called that dot deleted. That organization was deleted. All those related objects in the dictionary were also deleted. Which are all right. All right, let's go back here. Let's go user jobs.objects.filter, and we're just getting everything out of there. Hang on a minute. Was this doing it all this time, and I just... Oh my fucking god. Oh my... Hang on, let's open up B Studio. Let's open up that connection. Let's go select everything from the NearBeach user job. Let's run it. And we're missing 3. Did I forget to reload this or something? So that's working, then why aren't our tests working? Alright, going back with this, with the user job, assertion error, 5 does not equal 6. So if we go back into our tests ourselves, I'm going to get rid of all this code. I'm happy with that. We've got everything sort of set up. We might be missing another row or something like that that we need to sort of deal with. This is meant to be easy. And I shut B Studio, didn't I? All right, I'm just gonna run it. So date created is deleted. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 jobs. It initially said 6. We've got project, task. Usernames aren't connected or anything like that. The job sort number, no. Either project or task. Oh, Kanban card. Oh no, Kanban cards aren't connected. Except when they're a... Did we actually have a Kanban card in here? No, it's connected to project 5. No, that wasn't the original one. All right, I'm going to refresh data. So we're gonna remove database, SQLite, and Python 3 manage migrate, and Python 3 manage load data. We want NearBeach fixtures. We want the GDPR. That's all gonna do all of that. That's in just one line now. I'm just gonna do that constantly. All right, come on. Now, does this update? Yes, it does. So we've got 6 in here. And yet, we're not excluding number 5. So in our code, what we've got is projects.filter, organization ID, where the project ID. Okay, cool. And then when we go through here, we've got the project ID. We're excluding it on number 4. All right, I'm going to go back into here. What we're going to do is we're going to go get attribute from user job, and we're looking for project ID. Is it true or false? Oh, has attribute. Sorry, not get attribute. Sorry, has attribute user job project ID true. So condition 4 should mean, so results equals that, results write the results, yep. So yeah, project ID, and then the projects exclude, which should have the values of project ID. And then we do a count. And what I'm going to do down here, set up exclusionary. Aren't we doing the baseline count? We're not doing the baseline count. Baseline count set up there. All right. I just had this in the wrong order. All right. Feel like an idiot. Probably am. All right, Python 3, manage test. No, we failed. But it's only one F. That's okay. Oh, I can't believe I just wasted so much time doing that. However, that being said, at least we did these checks. I'd rather do them now than later when we actually have an issue. So we've got spirit object assignment. Assertion 0 does not equal 6. All right, cool. So the spirit object assignment table. I'm getting pity lips from socks at the moment. So if we run that, we've still got 6 in here. We have no project IDs connected. I'm trying to remember where is this connected. Sprint object assignment. Sprint ID. So if the sprint ID gets deleted, so I'm just gonna select everything from NearBeach sprint, where sprint ID equals 1. We've still got it there. It's connected to project 10, which I do believe is still alive. localhost, project information 10. Yeah, it's still alive. It's connected to an organization that does still exist. Oh no, does it? Oh no, it. Oh. All right, hang on. Where's our code? This will be Sprint. It has that ID. So this in turn we need another level of data. All right, I've got this. So, in our no, in here, because in Sprint we do actually have the cascade happening. There it is. All right. I'm gonna, in here, I'm gonna go organization.objects.filter. I'm gonna go pk equals 10 dot delete. No query set. I don't know if this is instant. So what I want to do is I want to go sprint.objects.all. Nothing. Sprint object assignment.objects.all. Nothing in there, nothing in there. All right, I think I just need to tell my test to be like, hey, listen, you're not going to have this sprint information. We're going to remove these sprints. You need to get rid of them. So that's going to be pretty easy. We go into the exclusion ones. We're going to first actually declare the variable up here somewhere. There we go. So we're going to go sprint excludes equals something like that. And we only have to worry about, I think, 2 cases of it. So self.sprint exclude equals that.filter where Q or Q. So we'll need project ID is in that exclusion, or it's at the requirement level, because we don't have double checking this now. So with the sprint, we've got it set total story points completed, the sprint status, project ID and requirement ID. And then we have to put up here no way I would have been able to do this last night. Can't fucking do it tonight either, so, you know, this is just... Alright, let's go through it. What is the time? I'm probably going to have to call it soon. I'm sorry, I'm just exhausted, so... This is the one thing holding back the GDPR. Yay! All right. Git status, git add, commit. Implementation of GDPR wizard final tests, or final unit tests. All right, cool. So what do I want to do now? I did have a bug I wanted to do on this, but I'm probably going to be like, nah, sorry guys. I think that beat me down. I haven't dropped out, have I? I've just dropped out. Oh, how long have I been like that? Alright. Sorry guys, it looks like I'm back. I've just had internet issues. I don't know how long I've been out. I'm probably just going to call it here. Sorry, I'm just absolutely not in the mood today. We need to fix this one up. I will probably try fixing this tomorrow. I'm going to move these over to 98. I will probably do a release tomorrow. Definitely not tonight. I need to get away from the computer. So the good news is, after the release, we've got 5 more issues to sort of solve. From there, we're going to deploy the GDPR. Yay. We're going to also start heavily doing the documentation and the unit testing. So we want more unit tests throughout NearBeach. We're going to aim more towards the API. Mainly because that's where we're going to put the vast majority of our calls in 0.32. So we're going to get those hopefully done in a week or two, the famous last words. So yeah, if we open up this one, let's open up the back end sort of tests. We also got to do more unit tests for the front end sort of stuff, making sure that the components load up at the bare minimum. We'll start learning how to mock stuff up and really get into unit testing for the tests, because yeah, we just need to make sure things work. All right, so with the artifacts, I'm just looking for the index. Let's go for a file name, because with the serializers, yeah, we're hitting most of the serializers, which is good. We're about 67. I know we're not going to get up as high as possible. I think we set the definition of done as about 75% for both the front end and the back end for the unit tests, code coverage. Worst case scenario, I honestly think we can get the 75 for the back end easily done if we do all the APIs and focus on the API. For the front end, I keep forgetting what our coverage is. Let me give let's go back. Let's go into the front end. Let's go into the artifacts. Let's go into index. All files. I think we're taking that number. I don't know how well we can get up there. Yeah. Well, I'll figure it out. Hopefully I can get there and so forth like that. But yeah, we should be able to do the APIs. So some of them we've got quite a lot of unit tests already for it. So yeah, we should be able to, with these particular ones, increase them to, it doesn't need to be 100%, just close enough. Certain things we won't be testing for example, if forms or the structure just isn't right, because that should be tested by Django itself. All right, so going to do this. Yep. I'm probably just going to find someone to stream. Give me a couple of seconds. Yeah, sorry, it's been just a buggy night. I think we rated them. Just to keep on. All right. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. I do believe I will be streaming Friday again, so I hope to see you then. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go keep behind Aaron. Thank you very much, everyone. And for those on YouTube, thank you very much for being here. Yeah, sorry you won't be able to join us with the raid, but hopefully I see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It does actually really help the channel, so thank you very much.